Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Counter HD here, bringing us a brand new video today. We'll be talking about Rondale and Antoine Wesley. That being said, let's hop straight into it. So the Cardinals are in need of a receiver 2 and arguably a receiver 3. But we know we're going to go draft one and maybe first, second. I don't know, at some point we will be drafting a receiver. But my question is, are Rondale and Antoine Wesley reliable enough to be key parts of this offense? So first things first, let's go ahead and look at last year's stats, starting with Rondale. Now, Rondale, a rookie this upcoming season, he had 435 yards with 1 touchdown. Decent numbers for a rookie, but I think we can all agree it was kind of disappointing, especially after he started really hot in his first 2 games. But then it kind of seemed as if we stopped using him as well. And so his numbers just kept going down and down. But it is undeniable that he can make great plays. We've seen it time and time again. He has made some spectacular catches. The one against the Niners where he just toe tapped it, beautiful. And the other one in the playoffs, which was our only good play in the playoffs. Now he has potential, but it all just comes down to what Cliff decides to do. Cliff kind of debunked his year, not gonna lie, because Cliff had an amazing game plan for the first 2 games. He showed what this guy could do and what he could bring to this team, and then Cliff didn't really let him go off for the rest of the year. So it was kind of an underwhelming year after the first couple games. But I do think he is gonna be reliable for us. Now, Cliff will have this whole year. He had a whole year to work with him. He can see what he messed up on, what Rondale can improve on. They could work together, and they can make him a unit. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to how Cliff decides to use him. And if he can use him correctly, then Rondale will most certainly be reliable. But now to Antoine Wesley. Antoine Wesley had 208 yards for 3 touchdowns. Now, looking at that if you watch the games, you feel like that's very low considering how much in those later games we saw him. He was making a lot of plays and looking really good. Now, we did place the tag on him this year, so he is going to be with us for 1 more year. And this is his contract year, so this is a great year for him to show us what he has. Given full play time and for a whole year, because I imagine he'd be 4-3, because that's going to be Rondale or him. They're going to swap between 3 and 4, whichever Cliff sees is best. But if he's actually given a chance to work in this offense from the very jump, then I think he can do good. He's a big body receiver who has jumped up and made some plays on some questionable balls. And so I think he's going to be very reliable. Now, Cliff has worked with him at Texas Tech. Cliff brought him in because he's had that connection with him. So I can only see that connection growing and him becoming just so much better. Because looking at this 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, that's really, I'm going to be honest, that's not that good. But give this man an off season and with a team that he can actually learn around and build with, rather than having to look for his next job, he can definitely do some damage. So yes, I do think they both will be reliable. But it also does depend on who we bring in. Now, because Cardinals are drafting a receiver. That's hands down, that's happening some point in the draft. But it depends on if we sign someone. And if we go out and sign A.J. Green, which is still a possibility, weirdly, that's going to depend on how these two play. Now, personally, I do think these guys could be a 3 or 4 receivers. But it depends what Keim decides to put around for Cliff to work with. And the way it's looking, they're going to be our receivers 3 and 4. But let me know down below where your guys' thoughts are. Do you think Rondale and Wesley are going to be reliable or more firepower on this offense? But with that being said, that's going to be the video. Be sure to hit that like and sub button. I upload daily content, so be sure to tune back in. If that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.
Out, fourth quarter, shorty, no call outs. Don't go to work, baby, just call out. In the bedroom, all out. Perks on the counter, I can't wait to take them. Blunts on the counter, can't wait to face it. Bad little bitch, yeah, she be my favorite. All my songs, they all on her playlist. I don't really know how to say it, but I'ma say it. I don't really know if she take it, but she can take it. I don't slow it down unless I'm in the Matrix. Presidential brain, that bitch like Sarah Palin.